If my mom had balls, she would be my dad, so...
Paddle, priority, F1.
I think Tsunoda's missing a couple of wheels, so I don't think he'll be doing many laps.
Yes, that's fair.
Sorry about that, brakes are really cold.
There's no guarantee.
Right, so we're running on board with Sebastian Vettel.
Oh,
it's already off.
It's broken already.
The tyre actually...
And off they went. Karen Shandok, native Indian, will not race this weekend, but he did practice for Team Lotus this morning. A practice interrupted by a brief red flag.
Imagine a race where cars crash out, one slams into the barriers, and another fights like there's nothing to lose. Pure mayhem on the track. And just when you think it can't get any crazier, the restart happens with only one car on the grid while the rest sit in the pits. A race with a single car? Absolute madness. But that's just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover about the drivers, their rivalries, and the drama that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. Ready to relive the chaos? Let's go! Hamilton and Verstappen collided after a tight battle. Max slowed in the middle of the track, but then kept braking, causing more confusion.
What the fuck is wrong with him? Fucking blind asshole, honestly.
Lovely job, Max. Without contact as well. Nicely done.
Yeah, I know how to do that.
The fight between Hamilton and Verstappen got intense once again as Lewis went for the move. He had the slipstream and was gaining on Max fast. The two went wheel to wheel into the first corner, neither backing down. The tension was unreal. The team radio crackled with strategy talks and everyone knew another clash was coming.
Yeah, well done there for Max Rice anyway. But yeah, it was all my fault, so sorry to the whole team.
And boom, it happened. They touched and crashed. Max was in the middle of the track slowing down, but Lewis was slowing too. Then suddenly, Max kept braking and things got even messier. The dramatic clash between Hamilton and Verstappen left both drivers struggling, their title battle taking another brutal twist. But the chaos didn't stop there. Just as Hamilton was left stranded in the gravel, Verstappen voiced his frustration.
That's crazy now. So let's give the position back to Hamilton. Do that strategically.
Just brake tested me.
The race took another wild turn. Leclerc was on a mission, but his hopes were shattered with a crash, while Russell took the fight to Max, pushing him to the very edge.
Once again, it's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out, and they are both out. As Hamilton came from his pit stop, rejoined the racetrack, the two championship protagonists have taken each other out of the Italian Grand Prix.
That's what you get when you don't leave the space.
Marco, yep.
A little bit.
Yeah, he's just said to Helmut Marco, he doesn't leave me any...
Verstappen and Hamilton, the biggest title rivals, crashed out right after Hamilton's pit stop. Verstappen was furious, saying there was no space, while Hamilton had nothing to do but watch his car sit in the gravel. Meanwhile, Leclerc was flying, looking like he was about to pull off something amazing, but then, bam, he slammed into the barriers, ruining what could have been a brilliant lap. On the other hand, Russell didn't back down in his battle with Verstappen. He gave Max a little tap, sending him dangerously close to the wall, but just not into it. The intense on-track battles and dramatic crashes had everyone on edge, but off the track, there was a lighter moment waiting. After the chaos of the race, Verstappen had a surprise planned, not for a rival, but for David Coulthard.
I should have known. Yeah.
After grabbing pole at the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix, Max Verstappen had a funny surprise waiting for David Coulthard. As the top three finishers stepped out for their interviews, Max walked up to DC, holding a cake. It was Coulthard's 50th birthday, and Verstappen wanted to make it special. He asked DC to read what was written on the cake, acting all innocent. Verstappen's playful gesture brought laughter to the paddock, but he wasn't the only one delivering funny moments that season. Over at Monaco, Charles Leclerc and his new race engineer, Brian Bozzi, shared an unexpected and hilarious exchange over the team radio.
Mamma mia, mamma mia. Questa stagione però è da infarto, tra alti e bassi, mamma mia. gli altri. Oh, grazie a tutti, veramente. Just for your info, I think you have around. I mean, do you want to know the margin?
No, Charles, we're not interested, we know.
You said, all right.
No, we are not interested.
That's rude.
Sorry.
Charles Leclerc and his new race engineer, Brian Bozzi, had a hilarious moment during the Monaco Grand Prix. Charles was trying to say something but kept stumbling over his words. Before he could even finish, Bozzi cut him off with a quick, "No, Charles, we are not interested." Charles paused for a second, then said, "All right," but Bozzi doubled down. Leclerc's funny exchange with his engineer had fans laughing, but not every team radio moment was lighthearted. Over at Red Bull, tensions ran high as Max Verstappen fumed over the radio.
Nah, stay out.
What the hell?
No box. And stay out. Oh!
What the hell is that?
Box now. And stay out.
Frustrated with Checo's move on track,
I don't know.
Je sais pas. Sébastien?
I heard you've been touching my car, is that...
Il me dit que t'as touché ma voiture, c'est vrai?
Looking or touching? He said you're touching my car.
Il me dit que t'as touché ta voiture. Ah, tu l'as touché, d'accord. Ah, d'accord, ok.
Et voilà, on voit là Sébastien Vettel qui s'approche et qui touche effectivement la voiture.
Max was not happy at all and shouted over the radio, "What's wrong with him?" He called Checo blind and was clearly frustrated. Meanwhile, the team praised Max for making a clean move, saying, "Lovely job, Max." No contact, Max replied with confidence, "Yeah, I know how to do that."
Max FAA said that we cannot swear anymore.
Yeah, no, I know, but come on.
The team still congratulated him, but then came a surprising moment. Checo admitted it was his mistake and apologized to the whole team, saying, after the heated exchange between Max and Checo, tensions settled, but team radio drama was nothing new in Formula One. Back at the 2019 Italian Grand Prix, a different kind of chaos unfolded as drivers played a slow-speed chess match, each trying to avoid leading while desperately seeking the perfect toe.
So watch Hülkenberg, he may play games, he won't want to tow you. We are tight with timing, I will let you know.
Tell Charles to go.
At the 2019 Italian Grand Prix, everyone wanted a tow for extra speed, but nobody wanted to be the one leading. At one point, a driver even asked if they should follow Lady Anne, whatever that means. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc was told to hurry up because time was running out, but instead of racing, the cars were crawling around like a slow-speed chess match. Some drivers were so slow that they didn't even make it across the line in time for their final lap. The radio was full of "go, go, go" and "keep pushing," but in the end, it all came down to strategy. Verstappen and Hamilton's rivalry hit a boiling point with crashes, chaos, and Russell refusing to back down. But in the next clip, you will see how things escalated even further in 2021. Collisions, drama, and Toto Wolff's legendary headphone smash.
They go wheel to wheel, reverse here. Sebastian Vettel gets out. What has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the...
In 2021, things got wild, especially between Hamilton and Verstappen, and Toto's emotions were on full display. At the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, when Hamilton and Verstappen collided, he smashed his headphones like a true action hero. In Brazil, after Hamilton finally passed Verstappen for the lead, Toto pointed at the camera, and the internet went crazy with meme-worthy captions. From Toto's headphone smash to his meme-worthy celebrations, 2021 was pure drama. And just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier, the Hungarian GP delivered one of the strangest sights in F1 history. Hamilton alone on the grid while everyone else made a game-changing move.
And it's lights out, away we go. Verstappen gets an excellent start. Sebastian Vettel needs to cover him off. Kimi Raikkonen on the inside, and he's crashed with Verstappen. He's hit Vettel as well. Raikkonen is out before the first column. He's gone into the...
At the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix, a huge crash forced a red flag, meaning the race had to restart. Realizing this, every single driver except Lewis Hamilton rushed into the pits for new tires. That left Hamilton completely alone on the grid for the restart. It was a bizarre sight, one car on the track while the rest were in the pit lane. But here's where it got worse for Hamilton. He had to pit right after the restart, which sent him all the way to last place while everyone else got a massive advantage. Hamilton's solo restart was already bizarre, but what happened next was straight up comedy. Toto Wolff, desperate to prove a point, turned to email in the middle of a race, only to get a savage reply from Michael Massey.
Where the car should be. Did you receive that?
Toto, I don't access my emails during a race deliberately because I concentrate on the race.
Yeah, then you should maybe look at this because there is something with the rules. I'm coming up.
He grabbed his radio and shouted, "Michael, this is Toto. I just sent you an email." He was trying to get race director Michael Massey to look at some diagrams to prove a point about the rules. But Massey wasn't having any of it. His response? "Toto, I don't check my emails during the race. I focus on the race. Ouch."
Talking to Michael Massey.
That was probably not the answer Toto was expecting. Still, he kept pushing, telling Massey he really needed to check it. But Massey shut it down again and basically told him, "If you have a problem, go see the stewards yourself." Toto's email plea was already hilarious, but the drama didn't stop there. Verstappen's curiosity about Hamilton's rear wing cost him €50,000, and Vettel couldn't resist turning it into a golden joke over the radio.
The obvious. So something flying around my feet.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, around my feet. I mean, I'd be proud if it was what you think it is, but it's not. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna touch Hamilton's rear wing.
Don't you dare.
Very expensive.
I'm joking. I try the front wing. Maybe it's 25 grand.
After qualifying, Verstappen got caught inspecting Hamilton's rear wing. He didn't break anything, but the FIA wasn't amused and slapped him with a €50,000 fine. Fast forward to the sprint race, and Vettel saw the perfect chance to crack a joke. Over the team radio, he said, "I'm going to touch Hamilton's rear wing." His engineer immediately shut him down with a firm "no way." Verstappen's cake prank was hilarious, but the laughs didn't stop there. One driver turned a sweaty moment into pure comedy gold, proudly claiming, "Real sweat." It's real sweat, with the confidence of a champion. Someone brought up a sweat, and without missing a beat, he proudly said, "Real sweat."
Is it real sweat? It's real sweat. I'm a high-performance athlete. Athletes sweat.
It's real sweat. But he didn't stop there. He added, "I'm a high-performance athlete. Athletes sweat. Sweat, baby." And just when you thought he was done, he kept going, making it even funnier. Just when fans thought the chaos was over, Lance Stroll's pit stop turned into a heart-stopping moment that had everyone holding their breath.
Lando, coming to you next. First up, Max's trophy. What happened there on the podium?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Max just placed it too close to the edge.
I'm gonna take it off next time.
Yeah, just hold it. Yeah, just I don't know. It fell over, I guess, and not my problem. It's his. Yeah, so it's great. I mean, I'm just enjoying every podium. I still I don't quite have 44, but is it 44 podiums or 44 wins? Wins. Damn. Okay.
Lance Stroll's pit stop went from normal to disaster in seconds. As he pulled in, things didn't go as planned. Instead of stopping smoothly, he accidentally hit one of his mechanics. The whole team froze for a moment, but luckily no one was seriously hurt. The mechanic quickly got back up and continued working as if nothing had happened, but you could tell it was a close call. The pit crew rushed to change the tires while Lance sat there, probably thinking, "Oh no, what just happened?" When Hamilton confronted Vettel about touching his car, fans were treated to a hilarious exchange that felt more like two kids bickering over a prized toy than a serious F1 moment. Hamilton caught Vettel red-handed, or at least he thought so. With a playful grin, he said,
But he's going to go for the move here. Lewis Hamilton trying to get into the lead of the race. They go wheel to wheel into the first corner.
This guy's crazy now.
So let's give the position back to Hamilton. Obviously, do that strategically.
Both are giving it absolutely everything.
Look at
I get
this.
the feeling it's going to happen again. Oh, they've touched and they've collided.
Just brake tested me.
I heard you've been touching my car. Vettel, acting all innocent, replied, "Who told you that?" Hamilton smirked, "Doesn't matter. Just keep your hands off." Vettel chuckled, and the whole moment felt like two kids arguing over a favorite toy. Lando's reaction to Max's broken trophy was priceless. He just shrugged it off and joked about it, but when he heard Max had 44 wins, his reaction was pure gold. "Damn, I've got a long way to go." Lando's asked about Max's broken trophy and just shrugs. Not sure. Max put it too close to the edge. He grins. "It fell over, I guess. Not my problem, it's his." Then he laughs, saying he's just enjoying every podium. When someone mentions Max has 44 wins, Lando's eyes widen. Wait, 44 wins? Damn, I've got a long way to go. Carlos ended his McLaren journey on a high note. After securing third place in the championship, he thanked the team with a big smile, saying, "It's been an amazing year, a perfect farewell." Carlos finishes P6 and helps McLaren secure P3 in the championship. The team cheers. "Great job, Carlos."
Smooth operator.
Andreas thanked him for his hard work and all the points. Carlos grins. "It's been an amazing year. I've had so much fun driving for you guys." He gives a big shout out to the team. "Bravo, everyone. It's been an honor." With one last goodbye, he drives off, ending his McLaren journey on a high note. Lance Stroll had a rough time on track. He tried adjusting his position with one hand, but instead of helping, it made things worse. It looked like he was wrestling with the steering wheel. Lance Stroll struggles to control his car, even taking one hand off the wheel to adjust his position. But instead of helping, it makes things worse. He ends up pushing the steering wheel with one hand, making it look like he's wrestling with it. Hamilton gets asked about his qualifying session and the strange delays. He shrugs and says, "Thing was holding me back." His reaction says it all. He's not too happy. With that frustration, the tire choice question seems way less important. Hamilton is asked about his qualifying session and the unusual delays. He shrugs and says, "Thing was holding me back." His reaction says it all. He's not too happy. The question about tire choice feels less important when he's clearly frustrated with what happened. Max is asked if Lando could have won without a free pit stop. He isn't sure, praises Oscar, and shuts down the what if talk with a savage line. "If my mom had balls, she'd be my dad." Classic Max. Max is asked if Lando could have won without a free pit stop. He isn't sure and says it would have been tough. He gives credit to Oscar for doing a great job. Then, in classic Max style, he shuts down the what if talk with a savage line. "If my mom had balls, she'd be my dad." His point?
Oscar was doing a very good job, so hats off to him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always if right. If my mom had balls, she would be my dad. So, yeah.
Do you think he was in the right in these incidents, or did he take things too far? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.